Wow, I counted down properly for a change.
I'm not ready. Oh God, I'm so nervous. I'm just kidding. It's all good.
I'm not ready. I haven't got my clothes on yet. Let me just.
Yeah, I'm not dressed for the occasion.
I'm too naked for this recording right now.
There's no such thing.
Ah, you can never be too naked.
You're too naked right now. It's like, how's that even work? How are you less naked than if you're just naked? You can't be more naked than whatever. It's a logic loop.
Pretty much. Anyway, this is podcast number two. We
Number two, because we do them so often.
yeah, we actually do. Um, yeah, it's been a while, but
Yeah,
it was
just stuff.
just came up like, and we thought, oh well, we'll do this.
Yeah, it's rare that we're both free like very frequently, so like might as well do something.
Yeah, because usually, like I think we said in the first one, we usually chat crap anyway, randomly. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so why not record it when we do?
yeah, and this will be too. This will be relatively similar to the first one we did, where we were just talking through like a list of some kind. So this is
Yeah.
it's got to take a similar premise. Um, this one is something actually I came across years ago on I think Facebook and stuff, and it's this challenge. It's called the 30-day video challenge. So basically, there's 30. It's I think it's something you meant to post on Facebook. So one day you'd post this, the next day you post that, blah blah blah.
Oh, I did something like that on Facebook, but I never finished it.
Um, so yeah, I so did I actually as well. I did it. Started on Facebook as well, and I think I tried to do a video series on YouTube. I only did like 2 days and then I stopped.
Yeah.
But so basically, what it is, it's like there'll be 30 kind of questions essentially, based around
What is
video
this? 30
games.
questions? Oh,
Yeah, this is 30. Yeah, 30 questions. Oh my
that
god.
was not funny.
I yeah, I know, and I was trying like I couldn't. That was the source material, and I was trying to go somewhere with it, and I couldn't.
I know, neither could I, so we
So
hit a wall on that one.
let's there will tumbleweed. Anyway,
I
God,
forgot about that
I
already.
forgot about that as well.
Oh man. Every time one of us says like a really cringy or bad joke, we just tumbleweed. We just
Yes,
say tumbleweed.
I think that was in one of the Yoshi's Island parts Sapphire was
Yeah, I
loading.
think it was.
So
Yeah, I think that's where it started.
yeah, so if and yeah, random game crew was there as well. So if anyone wants another reference, obviously I think everyone knows what tumbleweed is anyway. But just the fact that we were laughing at it, it's from Sapphire's Yoshi's Island. So go like check that out. Cause
So
we're in it.
exactly like last time, I'm playing Mario Kart, so I like might respond to that at times if you're wondering what I'm doing.
So what's your favorite? Fuck. Oh
Exactly.
well, I preferred
What's your
missionary.
favorite? Fuck.
I
Well,
prefer doggy style.
I don't really know what the
Tumbleweed.
position's called, but
I know two. There's doggy style. I don't know
a
names of them.
missionary.
Yeah, missionary. Yeah, because that's like the best one. Well,
Reverse
those are
cowgirl
the
and
best
stuff
two.
like that.
Those
Yeah,
are the best two.
cowgirl and reverse cowgirl. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
why's it gotta be girl though?
Oh yeah, cowgirl. Duh. Didn't come to my head, but I don't
It
tend to come.
came on your
But I was about
head.
to say that came elsewhere. Anyway, anyhow,
Tumble fucking weed.
tumble jizz
Oh
all
crap,
over
demonetized.
her boobs. Oh, demonetized.
Demonetized.
I forgot. Well, dude, I'm not part of the YouTube partner thing anymore because of the renewed
I don't. Yeah, I
thing.
don't think I am
So
either.
anyway, we've got
Any
4 minutes
jizz.
for any hooker. So we're like 4 minutes in, and we've been pure waffle. It's been pure waffle. So there's
That's fine.
actually
Podcasts are for.
that is
Totally
what.
for. There'll
So
be it's ad lib. It's extra stuff. You get extra features.
exactly, you get random stuff from us. Then again, when has anything we've ever done on YouTube been scripted?
Oh yeah, I mean that's there's no reason to. I mean there's a place for that. Yeah, like I mean it's just not our style.
No, definitely not. Hence why we always
Improv.
talk about like boners and like jizz and tumbleweed in every video we do.
I'm impressed at anyone that can improv because I'm really bad at it. Even though it's like what I do anyway. Like in this kind of style, it's improv. But
Oh, you Mundy Fumpler. Which
all
is
right.
the best word ever. Right.
Tumbleweed.
Tumble fucking assholes. God damn it. So, shall we get this started?
Yeah, let's go. Let's get into it.
So, some of these will require thought, some of them won't.
What's my favorite game? Secret of Mana. Okay, next one. Sorry.
You've ruined one of them. Anyway, the first one. Your very first video game, day one. So I'm gonna just call it day one because that's what it is titled as. Day one, your very first video game.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'm trying to think because there was a couple games that I played first. I want to say Mario World though. I'm pretty sure it was either Super Mario Brothers for the NES or Super Mario World. It was one of the two. I know that for a fact.
And then,
but the one that I remember playing first was probably Super Mario World, because that came out like the year I was born.
Yeah, and like I guess that shows because I'm just a few years younger than you. My first game was Mario 64, so you can see why that would make sense. But yeah, like
right, yeah, that totally makes sense.
Mario 64's the first game I ever played because I remember my dad brought home a Nintendo 64, and I think I was about 2 or so at the time, 2 or 3. Yeah, and Mario 64 was the first game I remember actually playing, like grabbing a controller and playing myself.
Yeah, because I really grew up on the Super Nintendo, but I also had an NES at the same time. So I still played a few of those. Like mostly what I played on the NES though was Super Mario Brothers, Zelda 2, and Marble Madness. I had other games, but those were the three that I played the most. And I fucking loved Marble Madness.
Yeah, I like Marble Madness.
It's really short though.
Yeah, I know. It was the 80s. It was the 80s 90s Monkey Ball, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, pretty much. It was a precursor to that for sure. That's why I love Monkey Ball so much because I'm like, dude, I love Marble Madness and this is awesome. And there's a lot of other games like that now too. I just can't think of the names of them.
Yeah, I know. But that actually, it's not too surprising actually. I think that our first video games are such popular. Well, they're from the Mario franchise and the most like popular, or like the title. They're like the launch games for each console. Actually, funny enough, the consoles of the era when we were born.
Yeah, sorry, we're not like, original. In some like obscure game that we grew up on. That like some people definitely have had that experience. It's like. I grew up on fucking Shadowgate for the NES. I actually had that too for the NES. Shadowgate. I fucking love that game.
Oh god, the thing is, I don't want to name any titles because I feel like some of them could actually be an answer to something like later on. Like I could like, come up with an obscure thing, and it's like.
I guess we'll just leave it at that then.
So, actually, I think we'll probably have the same answer for this one. So day 2. Nice. I'm just going to say question 2 because that's really stupid. Because
it makes more sense for this format.
Day 2. 8 minutes in. No. So question 2. Yeah. Your favorite video game character. I don't think we really need to. I don't know.
That's actually still really hard for me though. Video game character. Oh my god, because there's so many good ones though. If I need to pick, but it's like I'm gonna say Yoshi because I have to.
Yeah, same for me. Like it'll always be Yoshi to me.
Well, like Nintendo character, definitely Yoshi. But like, oh god. Like I really loved all the characters in Undertale too, like Toriel, Azrael. Like Azrael was like my favorite for a while. But I don't know. I kind of go back and forth for stuff, and there's like so many games I can't even really like think of at the moment too. But I'd safely say Yoshi though, because I always come back to Yoshi. Like he always has a place all snug in my heart. So.
I was like a real sucker for like cute, or what I at least thought were cute characters. So like Yoshi,
same.
And like as a kid, I used to really like Tails from Sonic.
Oh,
so I
used to think like Tails.
I always thought
still
Tails.
Love Tails.
Yeah, so do I. But not as much as Yoshi. Like Yoshi's always still got that like part of me where I'm like, oh my god, I love Yoshi so much. And...
yeah, pretty much same.
But it's like Tails was one of those to me. Who else? I quite like Toad. Toad's a laugh.
Again, I don't want to like answer like later questions potentially, but like I don't know. I have a lot of characters that I like though, for sure.
Yeah, but Yoshi's definitely my favorite character. Yeah, there are a few character-based questions.
Again, like if I'm asked that question, I'll probably say Yoshi.
Right, question number 3. Your guilty pleasure game.
Oh Lord.
Oh, that's a tricky one.
Honey
So,
Pop, I guess. I don't
so,
know.
so basically, a game that you feel like you like, but you feel like you shouldn't, in a way.
Pretty much any visual novel, like video game type thing, because I do actually really love those. But
Hentai the game.
then I watch people play them more, which is the thing. Like Doki Doki Literature Club was freaking amazing.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed that, watching somebody play that. Well, I watched the Game Grumps and GT Live play that. So Matt Pat
Oh god, guilty pleasure.
and Stephanie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I would say Honey Pop or like just any visual novel game. I don't know. I'm not really like guilty about playing anything. So
I know, I'm not either really.
but I get what that's asking.
I think so.
Like,
Basically, it's if I'm taking it away, like the way I explain it is, I think like it's like a game that you've played, but you'd think like you like
it's basically like, oh, you don't want people to know that you like
No,
that
you
or something.
play it.
It's like it's basically.
Well, there's not many like in my mind that I would put under that category because every game
Same,
I've got, I really
yeah.
like want to play. Like if I'm thinking about it,
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty hard.
like I mean, I had a Mickey Mouse game on a GameCube, but I didn't enjoy it.
Was that the like
The Magic
Mirror or
Mirror
something like
one,
that?
yeah.
I played that. I rented that one time. That was actually pretty fun.
I didn't enjoy it, but that's the thing. But then again, like there has to be something that I like because
Yeah,
I'm not ashamed of anything I like.
same.
Like, oh god, this is a hard question. Like, I don't know, My Little Pony, the puzzle game on my
Right?
phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Would that
Oh yeah, I
would
played
that
the shit out of that.
count as one?
I stopped playing when they didn't add any more levels, but they probably did by now. But my phone doesn't have any room for it. But yeah, I guess just stuff like that too. Yeah, I don't know. But again, I'm not really. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd probably go for that. I guess that's only thing comes to my mind.
It's just funny that we came across something like that because I was just having this conversation with I think Sapphire or somebody where I'm just like, I was talking about like guilty pleasure stuff, and I'm like, I don't really have any because I'm not like guilty about it. I'll like proudly enjoy something. I'll be like, I like this. I don't care. Who knows?
Yeah,
So I just thought that was funny. That's just my stance on it, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the question. It's like being that guy, It's like, well, technically.
I can't think of any, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah, we can just move on.
Question number 4 then. A game that is underrated. Mickey Mouse's Magical Mirror. Joking.
I hate that question. Oh, man.
So that's I guess in your opinion.
Yeah, because it's like this is gonna be so hipster, man. I'm gonna need to think about that one.
I mean, Marvel Madness could be good for own dads.
Yeah.
But then again, like, oh
most
god,
underrated.
The Adventures of Lolo. That's a good game.
I'm just trying to think of something that I play that like not a lot of people really play, or it's like not like in the public eye.
I mean,
I want to say Night in the Woods, but like that was so overly hyped and like really well received. Like it wasn't really underrated, but people think it's overrated.
Five Nights at Freddy's. No one knows what that. No, I don't know. I mean, Wetrix. I do play that game a lot. I think it's a good puzzle game.
Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed Night in the Woods. I know that's not really underrated. But I mean, at the same time, like people are so split on that game. They either think it's the worst game that's ever existed or like amazing. So I don't know. Can that be considered underrated?
Potentially. I mean, in a way, you could.
I really don't know.
Like, well, in my mind, I had also one of the games I thought. I mean, I could pick Sunshine because some people don't like that game.
Because I don't really like that game very much.
Because like, what's underrated to you? And I've told you before my feelings about Sunshine. Like, I feel like I go through a phase where I think it's such a good game and I enjoy playing it. Then I won't touch it for a while, and then I'm like, actually, I want to be Sunshine again. This game is good. Why don't I? That's the thing with me.
Like, I definitely enjoy playing it. It's just like I have to be in the mood for it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Definitely.
But it's definitely like I'd rather play other Mario games before I'd decide to play that probably.
So,
yeah, I wish I could think of something more specific. If I had more time to think about it, like we will be here all day, but like I could probably come up with something at some point. If I remember later, I'll just like comment on the video and be like,
oh yeah.
Oh, I should have said this. It's like hard when you're on the spot sometimes. It's just you can't think of stuff, and
I
then later you're
know.
like, oh fuck.
But the thing is, I'm taking this one question at a time. But like, obviously, I can look at all
Yeah,
the. I've got all the question in front of me, but I even like to make it fair. I'm doing it one question at a time.
yeah, that's fine. I don't care if you look ahead either, but
Good. Yeah, I guess Wetrix, because that's the only cause I had, because it's not that popular, but it is. I think it's pretty. It's fun to play.
hmm yeah.
Right. Question 5. Game character you feel you are most like. Hmm.
Oh my God, video game character that
I guess
I'm
you've.
most like.
I'm thinking.
Shit,
I'm trying to
man.
think RPG in this aspect, maybe.
I know what I was saying. That's like the first thing that comes to my mind. Um,
Hmm.
crap, man. That's actually a really hard question. Damn, man. I don't know if I can answer this one. Why is like why I'm like drawing such a hardcore blank on this one.
God.
That
Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky.
is tricky. Okay, like
Oh, and by the way, everyone who's watching this video, I mean, I probably should mention at the start, but if anyone wants to answer these questions and give us your answers, feel free to post in the comments, because I'll always encourage viewer
really,
participation in any way.
yeah, it'll make it fun.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
put like a thing at the front start of the video for that. But yeah, game
like
character
there's
most
not
like
really any like mainstream My Little Pony video game, but like there's
Fluttershy.
definitely a Fluttershy. So
Yeah,
it's like,
I know that's what I'm
God damn.
thinking.
But I'm like I'm a
God,
mixture between Fluttershy and Rarity.
because you're fabulous. I
Well, because like the creative side of Rarity, I really relate to a lot as an artist. Like I really understand a lot of the
and
like ways she thinks about
and
things.
also
But I mean,
I love
I
what
know
you
it's
do.
not a video game character, but
Also, I love what you do with your hair as well. So yeah,
I know, right? Rarity does
and
have amazing hair.
and you are the toast of the
Mane.
town.
That is true. Marshmallow toast.
I really want to find that pitch
Yeah.
because like we found like its reiterations of it, but it's not the exact one that we found that one time. That was like the best
Right.
picture of. Oh god, game character feel I'm most like. I don't know. Can we just kind of cheat and go Fluttershy, and you go like Flutter Rarity?
Well, yeah,
Because
I
like
know. Because I actually cannot. We can like come back to that one later and
because
see if we like think
because
of anything.
my answer to question 3 was MLP game, so technically,
I mean, there have been MLP video
yeah.
games, and someone like reskinned Final Fantasy VI as pony characters. So there's been a lot of stuff like that. Um,
Because I think it is tricky to like, because like character most like, I'm not like Mario because I'm not really heroic,
yeah,
but I'm not fat either, and I'm not necessarily small. It's like I say,
I
I'm
guess
at
I
medium
would.
height. I'm not.
I guess I would kind of be like. I think I would relate a little bit to
I
Luigi,
say
honestly.
Luigi because he's like a bit underappreciated, and he's a
And
bit
like I
like.
don't, and again, it's like
Do
I
you
don't
have
really
to?
care to be the center of attention, which is why I think I relate to Luigi because like I'm okay with like just kind of doing my own thing and not caring.
And
And I
you
feel like Luigi kind of
and
has
your
that.
physique isn't too dissimilar because like I know you're like tall
Yeah,
and skinny.
I'm skinny as fuck, so
I'm
like
pretty skinny and I'm not but I'm not that tall. So I don't know.
yeah.
But I'm not Waluigi. Like I'm not like anorexic and like my legs look scary like hell.
Yeah, it's funny that you went
Like I'm
with the
not
Nintendo
Waluigi.
characters too, because like that's been again, I'm a Nintendo guy, so like I'm always thinking of Nintendo first,
Yeah,
and that's
same for
mostly when I
me.
play. So it's like that's why Nintendo characters were like the first things that would come to my mind. Because like there's a lot of RPG characters that went through my head, but I just
Like
don't really relate
Ness
to a lot of them.
and like all the Secret of Mana characters and oh god, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, we'll
I guess
move
I'll
on.
just say Luigi for now then.
I could be like Toad.
Yabba yabba yabba. I'm not gonna do
I'm
it.
the best.
I'm the bed.
I'm the bed.
All right, next
Question
question.
6.
Day 4 or whatever it is. 6.
Day 6
I'm
in the Big
behind.
Brother house. Alright.
Oh god.
Question 6. Most annoying character.
Toad.
Navi.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Shut the. Baby Mario and Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, I was gonna say Baby Mario for sure. I don't know, just any like whiny character like that, or like even like Daisy's voice really like gets on my nerves sometimes. But it's like usually the voices that like come to my mind when I think of annoying character. But I don't know, Genus from Tales of Symphonia is pretty annoying.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. There's a lot of there's a lot of annoying characters.
Again,
Dan Meister.
that's out. What game was I in? No, that's also a regular thing we do in chats. That guess happens.
Oh yeah, who cares?
But no, most annoying character. I guess Navi just springs to mind. Peach.
Yeah, compared
like,
to some of the other like Navi light characters you get, like Fi and like other Zelda ones, like I think they're more annoying than Navi. I think Fi is much more annoying than Navi.
And like Sparks, but like Sparks in Spyro is pretty cool. Like Sparks is cool. Spyro could be a character I most like, maybe. I feel like I'm cute, but I can't fly.
Yeah, I never really got into the Spyro series, but from what I've seen, I enjoy it. Like it's a good time.
Cause I'm like trying to think like as well. I could like because
Yeah, Toad is
I'm
my
not like any
first
Sonic
pick.
characters. I've gone back. I've gone back one now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, most annoying character. I mean, Peach in Mario Kart and Mario Party is a bitch.
Like I said, a lot of the annoyingness for me is like the voices that the characters have in like certain games. So it's not like the character themselves that really bothers me. It's more or less just how they're like portrayed sometimes, I guess.
Annoying character. Anyone in Sonic Adventure 2 battle when the voice thing goes off.
Yeah, I know.
When the
That's so
English dub
annoying.
goes off sync.
Yeah.
Faker, you're the fake around here. No.
Oh, like eat those words.
Right.
It's like, wait, Sonic, for 2 fucking seconds. Let him finish his stupid monologue and no one gives a shit about it anyway.
Faker, you're the fake. Oh, man, he's like, he's what? He didn't say anything.
Hey, that's...
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you, Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Huh. You're not even good enough to be
I'll
my
make you eat those words.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Princess Peach though, as most annoying character because
Yes.
she's always kidnapped and she's just a bitch because she lets this happen so easily and she's a fucking airhead in most games. like she never does anything to help herself and she's just victim.
Yeah.
And it's like captured every time and she doesn't even fucking want to be romantically involved with Mario. It's like fucking stop saving her, Mario. Stop putting up with that shit.
Yeah, she is a right shitbag, isn't she?
Yeah, I'll probably say Peach now that I've had the time to think about it.
I got Peach or Navi.
Yeah, that's fair.
Question 7. Favorite video game couple?
Video game couple.
Favorite game, yeah. Favorite couple.
Weird. I don't really have any that immediately jump out to me.
No, I know. So it's like, could you think maybe something like, so I guess we'll go couple it, but maybe like we could alter it to like a partnership, maybe. So you know, like
Yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie, perhaps.
Yeah, but yeah, let's change it to that because I think that's better.
Because like video game couple, I mean, I've done play many games where you have like couples. Because like for
I
example,
know, yeah, I
it's
can't
like
really think of
again
any.
because you go for the generic Mario Peach, but they're not really a couple. Yeah,
Exactly,
like
they're not technically.
Sonic and Amy. Would you? I mean, I could go for Spyro and what's her face? Cindy, I think. Fuck, I forgot her name. So, favorite game couple, Spyro and whatever her name is.
It's like, is this going to be like a shipping, like one that we want to happen? Because
Well, like for example, I know
was-
Spyro actually that is his girlfriend in the thing.
Oh, okay.
But like for example, like Mario and Peach, you wouldn't. I mean, that's no one's favorite couple because Peach is proper like.
I don't know, just because this is the only one that's coming to my mind right now, I'm going to say I and Mimi.
Oh yeah.
Because they are a
I,
legitimate
Mimi.
couple.
Yeah. I am Mimi.
But I want, like, one that I want, like, that I don't know if it's, well, like, I don't know if this is really canon or not, because, you know, like, Link and Zelda, because, like, That's a pretty awesome couple, I think.
Candy
I don't
Candy
know.
Kong and Funky Kong.
Oh, or just Candy and Donkey even.
Yeah. Oh, it is Candy and Donkey, isn't it? I can't remember now.
Yeah, yeah, I'm down with that one.
Yoshi and Birdo.
I know. I want that to be a couple, and if like I don't know. I know it was kind of implied at times. So yeah, Yoshi and Birdo is fantastic.
Ash and any of his female compatriots, although
Oh
I
my
guess that's
God.
an anime, so I can't really cut that. Yeah, Ash and all
Yeah.
the girls who he travels with that are all complete arseholes to him.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was kind of a dumb question if you ask me.
Yeah, I get like what did I even go
Because
for?
they're not that many
I-
unless I just don't know them.
I'll go for
I
Spyro.
can't think of them.
I'll go for
Yeah,
Spyro,
go with
and I
that.
think I'm gonna quickly Google. I'm sure it's Cindy, Spyro, and Cinder. That's it.
Oh, Cinder.
Because I'm sure they've got boyfriend and girlfriend. Well, like I think they're supposed to be.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
primary
know my answer.
primary love interest of Spyro. So I'll take that. Spyro and Cinder. And yours
I know
is
my
I
answer.
Mimi.
No, I know my answer now because The Lion King was a game. So
All
Simba
right.
and Nala.
Oh yeah. So that's niche. You gotta go for the niche ones.
Yes. I don't care. But yeah, if not that, then I Mimi.
Okay, question 8. Oh, this could be an interesting one.
Cake.
Okay.
Everybody likes cake.
Thanks for the input.
You're welcome.
This is what other podcasts are missing.
It is true.
Like I listen to podcasts. I'm thinking
I do too.
there's no. Oh yeah, that's I do. But it's like there's no one mentioning cake randomly.
The one I've been watching a lot recently. Well, it's been a couple of months since I've watched it, but I started getting into the Super Mega podcast. Those are pretty good. I mean, I watch them anyway, like their YouTube videos, but their podcasts are great.
Sorry. So your input is randomly shouting stuff out. Mine is just burping.
Apparently, that's our what do you call it? Our traits, character traits.
Yeah. Question 8. Then this could be an interesting one. Best soundtrack.
That is very hard.
There are some really good soundtracks. Like top of my head, I'm thinking, Bomberman's got a good soundtrack. Monkey Ball's got a good soundtrack. Secret of Mana's got a good soundtrack.
I have two tied for first.
Toho's got a good soundtrack. Go on.
The two that are tied for first for me are Secret of Mana and Undertale.
Undertale's got a good soundtrack, actually. Very good soundtrack.
Like, I cannot stop listening to both of those soundtracks, like, forever. Like, I could just listen to those both forever and never get tired of it.
Diddy Kong Racing's a good soundtrack, actually. I really like Diddy Kong Racing music.
And just, like, any of the DKC soundtracks are
DKC
freaking
soundtracks,
phenomenal. There's so many good video game soundtracks, though, like, but if I had to pick a favorite, I couldn't choose between Undertale and Secret of Mana. Like, those are just so tied for me. I just cannot pick one.
Oh, favorite game couple, Diddy and Dixie. Incest cousin buttfuck, whatever we called
Yes.
it. Now, best
I remember
soundtrack. I mean, I could say Monkey Ball Deluxe because that combines 1 and 2, and I love the music in Monkey Ball 1 and 2.
Yeah, there you
go. Super Bomberman, they're all really good. I like Bomberman 3s.
Hell, I like Bomberman 64 soundtrack a lot.
I like Bomberman Heroes soundtrack.
Yeah,
although
that's
it's
good.
pretty much the same few songs over and over again, but they're good songs, so you can't complain.
Come on, Dan, you got to pick a favorite. Jeez, man.
Fuck.
I mean, I can't pick a favorite. Either. I can't talk. Mine are tied. I have
I'll
two.
go Monkey Ball
One,
Deluxe.
so sorry.
I'll go Monkey Ball Deluxe because I do listen to Monkey Ball music a lot. Question 9. Saddest game scene. Yoshi story when the Yoshis get kidnapped. That's the saddest game scene. I don't care what anyone says. It's so upsetting and like mentally scarring.
For me, I know my answer for this because for me, I cried so hard the first time I experienced this, and every time thereafter, I still cried. It's the ending of the true pacifist run of Undertale with Azrael, like just the whole Azrael fight, basically. Like, spoiler alert, of course, but like it's just because like it's been long enough. I think like spoilers for that game are like basically impossible to avoid at this point. But that just touches my heart every single time. It's so sad.
Just seeing those poor Yoshis get taken away. It's so upsetting.
I know.
And actually
Yeah.
scared me as a kid as well, but I've discussed that before on YouTube anyway.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's creepy.
Frightened
It's
the
fucking
ever-living
weird.
shite out of me as a kid.
It's so dark. It's
I
like really
know.
dark for a game like that. Holy shit.
Exactly, I know. It's so like happy and childlike.
The happiest games ever until that.
Question 10. Most shocking game scene. Yoshi
The
Story game
Yoshi's-
over,
and
see?
Yoshi Story.
That'll be my answer for those two in a row. Most shocking, because that's sad and shocking.
Most shocking.
Most shocking. Or like, so I guess it's something that surprises you.
Yeah, like you didn't expect it or something.
I didn't. Well, I didn't expect that one. I got.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, right?
Tumbleweed.
But yeah, I'm sorry for Undertale spoilers. If you need to put a caption before I say that answer, might be fine.
I could do. Well, I'll just put out at the start of the video, like spoiler alert, in case there's any spoilers.
Yeah, because I have a feeling I'll be talking about Undertale a lot anyway, because it is one of my all-time favorite games. It's like, again, that and Secret of Mana are like tied for my favorite game of all time. Just like for pure nostalgia alone is why I usually go with Secret of Mana. But I'll be nostalgic for Undertale later on. I guarantee it. But most shocking scene in a video game, I really can't really think of any at the moment. Oh, I'm just gonna say the end of Mario Odyssey. Where, again, spoilers.
Yeah.
Where at the end, fucking Bowser and Mario are like holding up flowers for Peach, and she's just like, "Fuck off, both of you." That was pretty shocking to me because I was like, I always thought that like Peach and Mario just had to be a thing at this point, but apparently not, and apparently she's not fucking interested in Mario.
Most shocking game scene. most shocking game scene. Don't you take my mama away, you bad man! Leave Mama Peach alone!
That is a good one.
Mama Peach!
Like, I love how both of our answers are Mario games.
Leave my mama alone, you bad man. I won't let you take Mama Peach away. Mama?
The whole Mama Peach thing, though, I mean, yeah.
That was
pretty,
like, what the fuck? Nah, I think I'll go, I don't know. Yoshi Story is the answer for every question from now on.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I can agree with that one, too.
Question 11. Funniest scene.
The one
Don't you
just
take
said.
my mama away, you bad man! Or what about the scene where in Luigi's Mansion where Mario's like getting chucked through the washing machine and all sorts, where he's like, he's like, oh, so he comes out the thing.
I know the funniest video game scene. When Donkey Kong falls off a high
Yes!
point in Donkey Kong 64, or when he's shot out of a cannon. I laugh every time. Especially the falling from heights, though. That's going to be my answer.
Yeah, that's my answer
Because I'm
too.
laughing about it now, so that's going to be my answer.
That's literally our thing. Is just like top of Frantic Factory, you need to jump all the way down to the bottom. Just jumps.
If there's not just like a clip of that on YouTube that you can just find, like you search that, like there has to be a clip of that. It's too good. If not, I'll have to make a clip of that.
I'm gonna find one now. Just
Oh
Giga 64
man.
fall.
Dude.
Well, is it?
We can't be the only ones that think that's hilarious because that was fucking funny.
I went on YouTube and like I typed in Donkey Kong 64 falling, and one of the videos is titled "Donkey Kong is fall down."
That's all you need to say to describe that situation anyway. Donkey Kong is fall down. That is my answer though. That is my answer to that question.
I put like a clip on in the background, but it wasn't. I need to just put a clip in the video now, just like.
Yeah, if you want to.
I'll have to do that.
So I can hear it on my TV.
What the hell? I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna be quiet for that.
No.
I can't wait. God, why are we so easily entertained? I just imagine him just blowing chunks while he's falling.
Oh
That's so
God.
funny. It wouldn't be hard. It wouldn't be hard to make one if you can't find one.
Oh God.
That's
Question
pretty funny.
12. Gaming system of choice.
I'm sorry, you cut out on Discord. What was that?
Oh, question 12. Gaming system of choice.
Oh, okay.
Um,
GameCube.
I don't know. Super Nintendo, 64.
I can't do without any of them. So like if I had to choose one, like Super Nintendo and GameCube are pretty fucking close for me.
Probably Super Nintendo just.
I'd probably have to say the same because Super Nintendo was such an important system for me and video games and my relationship with them. Because this was literally the system I grew up on, and I was obsessed with it when I was a kid.
Yeah. I'd go for
Can't be nostalgia, man.
I'd go for Super
Yeah.
Nintendo just over 64 because I think like the game library and well at least like Super Nintendo I'd tend to play a little bit more on 64.
I definitely play it more than 64.
Question 13. Oh, well this could be any it just asks for one answer. It just says a game, but a game you've played more than 5 times. So let's just give one answer and move on.
Rocket League.
Mario 64 because I've completed it more than 5
Any
times.
any game that
A
I
game.
have, I've played more than 5 times.
Question 14. Oh, well, that's actually tricky because, well, it's tricky for me because I don't have any. Current or most recent gaming wallpaper? I don't really do wallpaper, really.
Oh my god, I have not had a gaming wallpaper in a long time, actually.
I think the last one I got was like this Mario, like this Nintendo-based one, which my mate got for me for like my 16th, I think, as a laugh or something. I don't have it anymore because it's like got ruined and crumpled and everything. But yeah, I don't really do wallpapers.
I've had Yoshi probably fairly recently, if that counts. But I'm trying to think.
I've just never been a wallpaper type person. I never really collected wallpaper or putting it up.
I usually have just other like artwork or like right now, literally right now, I have a fursuiter on my wallpaper. So like that's what I have right now. It's a Picari Rue because I freaking love her persona Picari so much. It's so adorable. So yeah, Picari Rue full fursuit is my wallpaper currently. But yeah, I think the last video game related one I had was probably something with Yoshi.
Yeah. I want a Yoshi wallpaper.
There's a lot of good ones.
I know I should get one. Question 15. Well, again, something that you can't exactly do, obviously because this is a Facebook thing, but post a screenshot of the game you're playing right now. So I can't do that because I'm not playing a game. Yours would be Mario Kart 8.
Deluxe.
Deluxe.
Yep, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I guess
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I guess I'd just say the last game I played was just Rocket League because Josh and I were playing just before we started recording this video.
Yeah, so it would be Rocket League if I wasn't playing Mario Kart
Yeah.
right now.
Question 16. Game with the best cutscenes.
Ugh.
Cutscenes.
I don't know. That's hard. Because there's not a lot of video games that had cutscenes that I like thoroughly enjoyed. I just wanted to get through them in a lot of games.
Mario Sunshine. Objection! Overruled!
If it weren't for the opening cutscene being so goddamn
Yeah.
long.
Banjo-Tooie's got some good... I like the Banjo cutscenes. Banjo-Tooie's got some good cutscenes. Again, Banjo-Tooie's got pretty long cutscenes. But I do like Banjo-Tooie's
I'm gonna
cutscenes.
say like anything in Zelda.
Zelda's got good cutscenes, yeah.
Because those ones I do actually enjoy.
No, 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 no.
And Breath of the Wild is just like the best fucking game ever.
Excuse me, Monkey Ball 2 story mode
Oh my
cutscenes.
God. You cannot compare that to Breath of the Wild, man. It's not even fair. Okay.
Now I'll make all bananas taste like curry forever.
Those are pretty funny though.
The Sonic Adventure 2 cutscene.
So for the funny cutscene ones, I think the Monkey Ball 2 could get
Funniest
into
scene, yeah, Monkey Ball.
that might be a good one for that answer or for that question.
No, best cutscene has to be Sonic Adventure 2 battle.
I actually did
English
like
dub.
cutscenes when I was I did like those cutscenes.
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure 2 was a huge part of my life too. That game, oh boy, I used to say that was my favorite game of all time, but it has since changed.
I mean, to be fair, you talk about funny again. This comes about the funny, but DK64, there's not
Right.
any disappointing cutscenes in that one.
That's
Because
very true.
You've got like the Kirill things where the Kremlins are being like thick shits, and then Kirill's like, "I'm surrounded by idiots," or you've
Yeah.
got the ones where they're just like where they're in Cranky's lab and they're drinking the potion and going, ugh.
I love Donkey Kong's bleh. It's just like wow, so
It's just like,
bleh.
ugh.
And then immediately followed by Donkey Kong falling off a cliff. Is that Peppermint Patty? This me looks like Peppermint Patty from Charlie Brown.
Oh god. Anyway,
Talk about ADHD. Wow. Okay.
best cutscenes. I don't know. I'll go Banjo-Tooie. Oh man. Question 17. Best boss fight. Oh, best boss fight. Baby Bowser, Yoshi's Island.
Shit.
Baby Bowser, Yoshi's Island. I'm sorry, that's just the most epic thing. And I guess that's kind of a bit nostalgia for me, but I just love how epic that fight is. Because Yoshi's Island, the thing about Yoshi's Island, and I love Mario World, but when you compare the boss fights of Mario and Yoshi's Island, Mario World is a lot samey, and they're all really easy. Whilst Yoshi's Island was so creative, and then you had Bowser at the end, and it was just so kick-ass, like the whole thing. Nothing would top that boss fight for me.
Yeah. Also, Undertale spoilers. I want to say the Azrael fight, but I mean the Sans fight too. Like just both of those fights. Definitely great freaking boss fights. Like most people are going to say Sans over the Azrael fight, but like just because the Azrael fight was so emotional for me and like just really made me more emotional than like most games can do is why that one stands out to me so much.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that one, Azrael fight.
Best boss fight. I mean, no one can say Bowser because I do quite like Mario 64's Bowser, the rainbow one.
Yeah.
But it's not hard.
Oh,
There's no hard Bowser fights really.
Yeah, not really. Not even in the new Marios either.
I mean, the Grunty fight, Banjo-Kazooie is pretty good as well, actually.
There's a lot of really good boss fights though. I mean, I could probably list quite a few. But I like game like another one that's up there for me is the Gygus fight in Earthbound. Because I like games that really do something different and like again pull at your heartstrings or like give you an emotional response because I don't feel like a lot of video games do that successfully. But Undertale and Earthbound and games like that definitely do. And Mother 3, of course, especially Mother 3. But like, yeah, man.
So,
but I don't think anyone's ever gonna forget the Earthbound boss fight with Gygus. Like that had to have scarred people forever.
Yeah, I could.
It's pretty jarring the first time I saw it. The first time I experienced it was somebody else playing it, but I did do it myself too, and it's still like, whoa.
Yeah, you still appreciate it, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, again, so I guess this moves on. Question 18: worst boss fight.
Ooh. Bowser.
No. Worst boss fight. The cotton candy from Yoshi's Story.
Oh yeah. I'm really trying to think.
You just eat him to death. It's like it's the easiest thing ever. You actually just eat him. That's what Yoshi's built for.
I'm gonna say Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, the final conflict, and the Biolizard. I just hate that motherfucker so much. I had so much trouble with that fight when I was a kid, especially, and it makes me just feel rage when I'm playing it because I just hate that boss so much. So that one's probably gonna go to me.
I wasn't a fan of the Eggman fight in Sonic 1, the original Sonic 1, just because like the pistons. I hate how random it could be. But no, sorry, I can't overlook the Cloud and Candy thing. Like,
I know,
what a load of shite that is.
Yeah, that's memorable though.
It's memorable for being shite.
Definitely memorable.
You can't knock that. Question 19: game setting you wished you lived in.
I mean,
this is probably weird for me. You probably expect this for me to say, but I think it's like a Pokemon. Like, I feel like that would be a fun place to live.
Definitely.
I don't know, like any of the Pokemon regions. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. That one's tough for me. I don't know. I mean, the Mushroom Kingdom would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of bullshit happens, but we're just like Yoshi's Island. Fucking yeah.
Yoshi's Island is pretty cool. That'd be a cool place to live.
It's just nice and tropical. It's nice.
Yeah, I like any of the later
really
SNES games, like because they've got such good scenery. Like, I feel like, apart from the fact that some levels are hard and dangerous, I mean the DKC, like those are lush. Like, I mean, if you're talking about game settings, if you're trying to if you're not talking about enemies or anything like that, I feel like with regards to just pure like eye aesthetics, the likes of Yoshi's Island, the likes of the DKC trilogy, like the ones that were later on in the Super Nintendo era, would be great places.
I'd have to agree.
And also, I think anything made by Rare as well, because Rare's graphics were just immense. So like, I feel like Banjo-Kazooie would be a really cool place. I feel there's so many really cool places, like Treasure Trove Cove would be a good, like, just a nice beach to visit. But then again, I wouldn't want to visit Clanker's Cavern or anything like that, or like the Bubblegum Swamp. But Banjo-Tooie's got a nice variety of levels. Favorite. So what game setting I wish I lived in? I don't know. I mean, Pokemon is pretty. You explore a lot.
Pokemon is a good answer.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely a good one.
And that's an open-minded answer for me as well. So
yeah, it really is.
So go me.
I like the Sonic universe a lot too. So like I'd probably go with that just because it's so because I have so many memories of that, and I was so obsessed with Sonic when I was a kid. Like it kind of means a lot to me too. So
yeah, I quite like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2s.
Definitely, yeah. That's kind of what I comes to my mind.
Like Sonic Adventure 1, Emerald Coast. I feel like that's just like a cool place to be in. I like Sonic 06 isn't too bad as well. I mean, was set in. Like, I mean, if you get rid of loading, I mean, unless you're like not walking along and you have to load every like few minutes. I think apart from that, I mean, I think the place is all right.
Yeah.
I was doing well as well. Question 20. Favorite genre? platformer probably. I mean, a lot of the games we've talked about, at least for me, have been platformers. It just makes sense for
Yeah.
me. Like the Mario games. I mean, collectathons as well, I guess, because if you include like Banjo, Donkey Kong, I do like Spyro, Crash as well.
I mean, if Rocket League classifies as a racing game and like Mario Kart, like I like racing games, but like RPGs are definitely up there for
Diddy
me.
Kong Racing is a hell of a game.
Um, I'd say RPGs and platformers though are probably my top two. But I mean, again, like Rocket League is like a sports game, so like that one, I have a lot of playtime in that. So like, it is one of my favorites.
So
But I mean, RPG is always a safe bet for me.
I'm not too sure if that picks up in a mic as well, but if you hear my chair creaking, I apologize, guys. I'm trying to like, it's really hard to sit comfortably for a while.
Mine makes noise too.
Question 21. Game with the best story.
Jesus, man, that's kind of like the cutscene one, honestly.
Oh no,
I've
got an answer, which is really hard to this. I think it makes sense, but I guess this also covers more. More
I
than
know
one
what you're
game.
gonna say. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Go on to answer for me.
It's gonna be FNAF, isn't it?
Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Because
I
yes,
think that
the
whole
lore of
series.
that is so great. Like I love it a lot too.
Yeah, like that whole.
But I'm gonna say Undertale. 'Cause I
Oh
love
yes.
Undertale so much.
Yeah, I think FNAF and Undertale. Definitely, like those two, like make complete sense.
Absolutely.
I'll just personally go for FNAF because I'm a lot
okay with
more
that.
knowledgeable about it, and also, like I said, there's so many loose ends which still haven't been tied up yet. Even though like the sixth game is kind of finally drawn up to a close, but yeah, FNAF and Undertale. I think definitely.
Yeah, in terms of depth, though, FNAF really has that over Undertale because Undertale wasn't really like that deep of a story. It was just like really emotional.
Yeah, but it wasn't as cryptic as FNAF's. And also, what I like is, and again, I can go off on a tangent about FNAF. Like FNAF, we could have a whole podcast on ourselves.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's just that type of game.
Yeah.
But like, FNAF was when the first one came out, right? It's because obviously the first one was just groundbreaking. It was out of nowhere. It's hard to know whether Scott fully intended for there to be more than one game, or I don't know if he realised it would be as successful as it was, or like a shot like to popularity as much as it did. Because there was the odd little snippet of like information, like those things would change in the hallways, like there'd be about the missing kids, the Golden Freddy poster thing that changes. But then he made the second game, and then there were death mini games, and then he made the third game, and then there were mini games that you participated in after each night, and then there'll be like this little bonus mini games you'd find the codes for to get the bad ending and the good ending, etc. And it just developed from there. So I always wonder, and again, I don't know if he's ever answered this, but did he actually plan everything that's all the stories that FNAF has, because it's all come together. It's had to have 6 games plus a spin-off and books and everything. But he's finally. It feels like he's tied up a lot of loose ends. But I wonder if he fully intended that when he released that first game.
Yeah,
I don't think he did.
I don't think so either. I honestly don't.
I think he had those in mind because that's deliberate what he did there when he changed like the things on the wall and the Golden Freddy.
Yeah, I'm just curious if like Matt Pat also had like an influence on it, and just all the theories that were out there. I honestly wonder if like that legitimately influenced the outcome of some of it. Like it had to have something to do with it, in my opinion. I think, which is so cool because it's like it's bringing communities together, and I think that's why Scott was able to capitalize it on it so well, because having that feedback with an audience and being able to continue to expand on it, it's just pretty amazing. Not a lot of people can say they've done that in their video games.
I know, and that's a really good thing about Scott as well, because Scott actually communicates with like the regular or with like the well-known FNAF theorists. So like for example, Matt Pat, he there was he put like a Steam post which was not too long after one of Matt Pat's theories after FNAF 2, I think, and he said Matt Pat almost got everything right, etc. And he was
Yeah,
saying stuff like that.
I remember that.
He chats with Dorco regularly, and the thing is, I don't know if you know about FNAF or like lately, but obviously FNAF 6 has come out, is finished, and he's actually going to release a custom night, but it's like an ultimate custom night. So it's like 50 animatronics from like all the games.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't looked at that yet.
But originally,
anything about that yet?
Originally, it was going to be 40, and then I think Dorco challenged him to 50, and then he watched the video, and Scott was like, "Fine, I'll do 50 then." And that's what I like about Scott, because he is,
yeah, that's so cool.
He does implement stuff from the community. Like during when everyone thought FNAF 4 was going to be the last FNAF game, he actually interrupted a live stream and was posting cryptic stuff on his own website, saying like, why was the toy Chica missing her beak in FNAF 4, etc., etc., all that. But anyway, FNAF we can talk about in like another podcast, because that's the type of game series you
definitely
can totally do.
We probably should, because there's a lot to talk about with that. And I know I'm trying to like put my answers or keep my answers to like one thing, because it's like asking like what game or whatever. But like another honorable mention for story, though, I'd have to say Majora's Mask 2, because that story is different from any of the other Zeldas, and it deals with a lot of dark shit, which a lot of Nintendo games especially never touched.
Best story? Best story? Don't you take my mama away from me, you bad man!
God damn. I was trying to stay away from that one, because it's not even close to the best.
Best story. Yoshi story, obviously. The thing turns to a storybook.
I know, right?
Am I right?
A story.
Literally. Figuratively, no, fucking... Nah, but...
Yeah, we should have a FNAF podcast sometime, just to talk about it, because there's so much.
Definitely. But yeah, I'll go FNAF, but Undertale and Majora's Mask are Undertale mentions as well.
Yeah.
Question 22. A game sequel which disappointed you.
Oh, God. Every Sonic game after Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic 06. I actually quite like Sonic Colors. I think Sonic Colors is alright.
I didn't play that one. I need to play that one. I don't know.
Luigi's Mansion.
Sonic was definitely a different disappointment after a while.
Luigi's Mansion 2 was pretty shit.
Yeah,
I really liked.
I was pretty disappointed with that too.
I really liked Luigi's Mansion. Okay, I think if it was on Wii, it might have been a bit different, but it's just the fact it's on a DS. It was Dark Moon, wasn't it?
Yeah, I played it a lot, and I played it with Beaner Online a lot too. But I just very forgettable game.
Personally, didn't enjoy it.
I didn't really like fully get that into it. Like I kind of played it a while. I'm like, yeah, it's all right, but I'd play the first one over it like any day.
I'm trying to think like in my head of sequels, because like the second game in series tends to be pretty decent. Because like DKC 2, I think is the best of the original 3. I think Spyro 2 is the best of the original 3.
Is there a question that's like, what like sequels surprised you? Because like I think the whole Donkey Kong Country and onward, like, were all phenomenal.
No, there isn't. But we can touch upon that.
Yeah, but yeah, for freaking worst sequel though. Does it say a sequel like immediately after?
A game sequel which disappointed you. So I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be. Oh, I mean, you could say Enter the Dragonfly for Spyro, perhaps. I don't know. Because I think that like I can only talk about games I've played, because I think there'll be some people who say that. I mean, Sonic 06 is probably one that stands out as a sequel that disappoints.
I mean, I know a lot of people hated like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, but I enjoyed those a lot. So like anything after Sonic Adventure 2 was pretty disappointing to me. Like Sonic Heroes, I was kind of into for a bit, but I don't know. I think the Sonic series is my answer, though.
I actually really like Sonic Adventure 1, because I remember playing it when I was like 6 or 7 on the Dreamcast, and that was actually the first Sonic game I played, because I never had a Mega Drive or a Genesis.
Yeah, my friend actually had a Dreamcast with Sonic Adventure, and that's when I first played that one, and then I got DX for the GameCube.
And we're back in the room. Anyway.
Cool.
Yeah, I think so. Sequel disappointed you. But yeah, no, as I was saying so with Sonic Adventure. Yeah, I think Sonic Adventure was the order. Sonic Adventure was probably the best one that I played. It was the first Sonic game that I played on Dreamcast. Because I never had a Mega Drive. And
Yeah, I never had a Dreamcast, but if there's an underrated system, Dreamcast is like the
yeah.
most underrated system ever. That system was fantastic, like especially for its time. Like holy shit, man! Every time I went over to my friend's house that he had one, like that's all we played. And every game we played, like I had fun. It was like a lot of good shit.
yeah, game sequel. I guess I'll just go to Luigi Mansion 2.
Yeah, that's a good one because that one sucked.
Or I could, in theory, say Yoshi's Story in comparison to Yoshi's Island, or Yoshi's Island DS, maybe.
Yeah, Yoshi's Island DS was quite a disappointment. I don't know. It was okay though.
Yeah,
It was playable, but I only played it through once, and I didn't want to play it again. So
Right.
Yeah.
Number 23, which actually kind of goes back to something we were talking about earlier. Games you think have the best graphic or art style. So again, I mean, that kind of art style, I think I'd probably have to go DKC trilogy when you consider the time it was made and how groundbreaking it was, the fact that they had foregrounds and backgrounds.
yeah, it was very groundbreaking for its time. I'm gonna say Night in the Woods though, because that art style is beautiful, beautiful vector graphics. It's just all the animations are so smooth and pleasing. Just everything in that game is so enjoyable to look at, and it really stood out to me recently. And it's I mean it's pretty basic. It's vector graphics, which has been done a lot, but I feel like that game really did it well and made it stand out compared to other things similar to it. Like graphics is not really a huge thing to me. Like some of my favorite styles are like, you know, retro stuff, but definitely Donkey Kong Country series though is one that comes to my mind too, because man, for the Super Nintendo, those games are fucking beautiful.
Yeah, because like for graphics, you can think of something like just like modern and obvious, like Call of Duty or like whatever, any of that modern shite.
Right. Yeah.
But like, yeah, I've got DKC trilogy.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of like nostalgia has a lot to do with that for me. Like why those like stand out to me, and that's like my favorite kind of styles is like more retro styles. But oh no, everything on the Switch that's come out has been beautiful. Fucking Breath of the Wild's been awesome. I love the style.
Wind Waker.
I was gonna say Wind Waker. Yeah, that was my next one. That definitely. Wow. Yeah. Because like what comes to my mind is ones that like stand out, not like the ones that are like the norm. You know, like Dark Souls and shit like that. But like
World of Warcraft.
Wow.
And I quite wow. Actually, wow, it's amazing. No,
I'm not gonna go there.
I quite like, and I don't know. Yeah, I'd say those. I'd still go I go DQC.
But at the moment, I'll say Night in the Woods just to be, you know, different.
Question to, I wonder what I mean. Question 24. Favorite classic game. I think they're assuming that people
it's so hard.
I think they're assuming people that answer this would go. I have a lot of modern games in mind. Like favorite classic game, Tetris.
What's considered classic?
Exactly, because like Mario
everything
Bros.
Retro, I guess, would be like classic.
Well,
I don't know.
Favorite classic game. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe something groundbreaking. So I'd or like innovative, or maybe like the start of something. Because if that's the case, I'll probably go Tetris.
Yeah. Classic game. Yeah, like when I think classic, you know, I think stuff like that, or like Mario, Zelda, like
Mario 1, yeah, Zelda 1. But like, I didn't like many of the original Zeldas.
I liked more of the like Link to the Past was when I really got into Zelda because again I grew up on the Super Nintendo. That was a big game of my childhood too. Along with Super Mario World, I played that like just as much. Um,
I mean, Super Mario World's a classic game.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Mario. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah, I mean Mario 1's probably it's not one of my favorites, but it is groundbreaking and it started
And
something.
just because of what Mario did for just video games, period, is like it's hard to deny that like that was like the start of something new and something, and it totally changed video games forever because video games would probably not exist today if that didn't happen.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, I
Because
think we touched upon
at
that.
that time, like when the NES came out, like that was a shot in the dark. Like that was like a last hope for video games at that point because the market on that was crashing, and like it was not selling well. The whole like Atari thing that happened, like they just crash and burn basically. And video games weren't a thing anymore, and it was niche and you know
Yeah, I think we touched upon that
dying.
in our in the first podcast we did about the top Nintendo games and all that. And Mario Bros.
Oh
is one
yeah,
because I was saying it was groundbreaking. It's totally understandable, and that's why.
yeah, yeah. So I'd probably just say that, but I love Tetris too, man. That was pretty innovative. It was like the start of puzzle games in general.
Yeah. Question 25. A game you plan on playing? Obviously, a game.
Overwatch. I don't know.
Fortnite. I don't know.
Fortnite, more likely than Overwatch for me, probably.
Or Mario Odyssey, I guess, in my eyes. So I haven't played that yet.
Oh man, that game's so good. I know. I plan on playing a lot of games. I mean, I plan on
Yeah, I plan on
playing.
playing a
You
lot.
know,
I plan on playing games that are like 20 years old that I haven't played yet.
well, I've technically played the new Kirby game because I played the demo, but I haven't bought it yet. Star Allies for the Switch, but I do plan on getting probably.
A game I plan on playing, Conker's Bad Fur Day. I haven't actually played that.
But yeah, besides like new games and stuff, like something that I could go back and play, like that I'd plan on playing.
Yeah, or less
I don't
like a
know.
game you plan on playing like now. When I'm finished, I'm gonna play.
Right.
Question 26. Best voice acting. Donkey Kong.
I know, right?
I don't know, best voice acting.
I don't know. Tales of Symphonia was really memorable for me for voice acting because there was a lot of voice acting in that game, which is very impressive. The best though, man.
Best voice acting. Don't you take my mama peach away, you
I knew you were
bastard.
gonna do that. Oh yeah, I didn't reach my point on that last question where like
Oh,
what I'll go back
sorry.
and- I was probably gonna say like Castlevania games or something because
Oh,
I never really
yeah.
got into that series as much, so
Yeah, I
I
didn't.
plan on playing more of those for sure. But yeah, voice acting, Tales of Symphonia was very memorable for me. It was pretty good. I don't want to say it was the best. It wasn't like amazing. It was good. Um,
Star Fox.
Actually, yeah.
Because that wasn't too bad.
I actually liked that a lot. The voice acting in that.
No,
Um,
I'm gonna somewhat ironically go DK64. Best voice acting. I'm sorry, but
I mean,
anything that
you
can make
can't
you
deny
laugh.
there was good voice work in that. I
Yeah.
cannot deny that. Exactly.
Like I hate my life. Get thrown at these barrels.
Yeah, RPGs are like the only thing that I really think of because that's usually what has like voice acting. Like the Final Fantasy ones,
Yeah.
pretty good. I don't. Borderlands had pretty good voice acting.
I think of
Borderlands 1 and 2. Yeah, I'd say I'd go with that. I don't know. Nothing really stands out as the best to me, so I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff out there.
Oh, like banter aside, Sunshine's voice acting isn't too bad. Like I think Flood sounds exactly the way you'd sound expecting to sound.
Yeah.
And the Piantas, they've got that derpy voice. Yeah. Question 27. Most epic scene ever. Most epic.
Come on, that goes with that like one earlier. That was like the best cutscene or something. Or
Most
best
epic,
scene in video game.
epic scene ever.
Most
Donkey
epic?
Kong falling to large height.
Undertale, man. Undertale.
Yoshi's Island
Azrael.
boss battle. That probably goes back. Yeah. Well, that ties in with 17, I think.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna go with the same answer.
Question.
Undertale.
Question 28. Favorite game developer. Rareware pre-Microsoft.
Yeah.
Because the games they made, and again we've touched upon earlier about like how groundbreaking their graphics were for the time, like their level design and everything. But even the games themselves, like Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3, even though they came out towards the end of the SNES's life cycle, they were such popular games. And Banjo-Kazooie was it put quite a few names on the map. Grant Kirkhope, Greg Mills, like people that worked at Rare, and David Wise, of course, DKC too. So I'd probably that was the golden era for especially for platformers, because alongside Mario 64 and Mario World at the time and Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a vanilla answer though. I'm gonna say Squaresoft, which became Square
yes.
Enix.
Square's really good as well.
So they're now Square Enix, but they used to be Squaresoft, and that's when I was first introduced to them.
Yeah, I think that's a fair enough
but yeah,
answer.
but Rare also definitely one of my favorites.
Because Square, they made like the Final Fantasy series, haven't? No, they made Secret of Mana.
So many things. They've done so much now.
The Mario RPG. So
yep.
They're relatively like a lot RPG based, and I guess that ties in with your answer earlier. And
exactly. Yeah.
When it comes to RPGs, I'm not the biggest fan, but like I'm very picky with what I like. But Secret of Mana, I think, is a great game.
And with Final Fantasy, like I love the Final Fantasy games, but for some reason I cannot finish any of them.
Yeah,
I never play them all the way through for some reason. I like stop, and then I take too long of a break, and then I like forget what I'm doing, and I'm just like, I'll just start a new file. And those games are so long, it's not like the best game to do that with. But I loved Final Fantasy V. I loved the actual 3, not 6. Like I do like 6. I just haven't gotten very far in it. But the actual 3, because they remade 3 for the DS, so I play that version, and I like that one a lot. But yeah, Secret of Mana, of course.
Yeah, Final Fantasy, I never really enjoyed, if I'm being honest. But probably because of that reason as well. Chrono Trigger is not too dissimilar to that.
For some reason, like I love RPGs and I love Final Fantasy and all that, but I did not like Chrono Trigger. It's so weird that I don't like Chrono Trigger. I don't know why I don't like it. Like I can't really pinpoint it. I don't have as fun playing it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the story or the characters. I don't know. If I played it as a kid, I probably would have more of an attachment to it, probably. Because if I came across that back then, I would have hella played that. I just never had it as a kid or rented it or anything. So.
But yeah. Question 29. A game you thought you wouldn't like, but ended up loving.
I don't know, because I'm so open-minded. Like I never go in like thinking I'm gonna hate a game.
No.
Usually, but I mean sometimes. I'm sure there's one. I'm just not thinking of it right now.
So maybe I have to reword it. Games that you were pessimistic about, or your expectations weren't high on.
Ah, fuck. But I ended up loving though. That's like the thing.
Yeah.
That's such a specific scenario, because like just because I was expecting it to be terrible doesn't mean it was my favorite though. Like after that, or like it wasn't like.
Yeah, how about just games we liked that we didn't think were?
Yeah, I think that's a better.
Because like
I think that's a better phrasing.
I mean, Wave Race 64, but I never really had much expectations of that because I played it when I was 4.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't play it for years. I played it again. And I thought, no, this game is actually really good.
I don't think I have an answer for this one. I cannot think of anything right now. Something I was
Oh,
pessimistic
guys.
about though. I don't know, because if I'm pessimistic about something, I usually watch people play it and then, or like just don't get it. And then if people say it's good, I try it. I don't know. I don't
Monkey
really have that experience much.
Monkey
Monkey Ball,
Ball,
maybe.
Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. Not
Oh,
not the main games, Banana Blitz on the Wii,
yeah.
because I actually
No,
think
I knew I was gonna like the main games
because I actually think
before I
that
get it.
Banana Blitz is not actually a bad game. I think it's the only one of the ones after 1, 2, and Deluxe that are decent. Um, I
You know what?
like. I
I
feel
think
like it's the motion controls which I think can throw you off a bit. But I played Step and Roll, which is shit. But Banana
yeah, I never
Blitz is
played any
actually
of
okay.
those.
Banana Blitz is I'd recommend it. It's not again. It's nowhere near the level of 1, 2 or Deluxe. But I think Banana Blitz it's challenging, but it's not shit. Like, and that's one thing I would say. So Banana Blitz is probably the one I'd go for if I had to pick that. If I had to pick one.
I think I do have an answer for this one now. I think I would probably say Diablo 3 because I used to watch my dad play like the Diablo series and like I wasn't like thinking I would not like it, but I didn't know if I would like it or not. I was like I don't know because I never played them. And then Diablo 3 came out and my dad and I played it together and that became one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
So I think Diablo 3 definitely would be the closest thing I can think of for that question.
Yeah, I think
Because I didn't think I would be playing it as much as I did, that's for sure. And I still do play it.
yeah, I think when you play a new series that you're unfamiliar with, I think that's
Yeah.
the type of game that you might end up liking when you don't have any expectations or a prior experience with.
Yeah, because I had a similar experience with Borderlands as well. Because I've never been into shooters or FPSs of any kind. They're just not really my thing. I'm not really big into those games.
No.
But I loved Borderlands when I started playing it. It's like all the alien shooters, even like Halo as well, those were the ones that I liked more than anything else. I hated Call of Duty, couldn't stand it.
Yep, I'm the same. I mean, what about something like Kirby Air Ride? Because that was a bit innovative.
Oh yeah. God, that game's so good. They need a sequel or a port or something. They need something on the Switch for that, man. Come on. Or but I mean, like you can just let it rest as a champion of a game and never have any other iteration of it again. But I mean, I'd really love it if they at least ported it to the Switch or something.
A game you liked, you thought you wouldn't. Sonic Shuffle.
Really?
No, I don't like that game. I did well. The thing is, I haven't played it since I was like, what, 7 or 8. I don't even know.
Is
So,
is
like,
that the next question or is that the same one?
no, it's the same one.
Because I was gonna say, like, how did?
Like
Because I know we like rephrased it kind
Sonic
of.
Shuffle. I want to play that again sometime just to see how actually bad or potentially good it is. But I don't think it's good because
I think my friend did have it, but I don't think we ever played it.
literally
But
it's,
I watched Oni plays and Aaron
yeah.
play it, and yeah, it looks
Oh, yeah.
pretty not fun.
Was better than
It
Mario
was
Party
worse
9.
than I thought it was gonna be, though. Like, I thought that game was better until I saw gameplay of it.
It's better than Mario Party 9 or 10, put it that way.
I'd still rather play Mario Party 9 or 10.
Oh, a game sequence
over
disappointed
Sonic
you.
Shuffle.
A game sequence disappointed you. Mario Party 9.
Yes. Oh, why did that not come to mind?
That's it, Mario
Definitely
Party 9.
Mario Party 9 and 10. Yes,
There we
Mario
go.
Party 9 is right when it happened. Like 8 wasn't as good as I was hoping, but it was still way
playable.
fucking better.
You know what I
way
mean?
better than 9.
Like whether the thing between Mario Party 1 to 8, like you might not like all of them like amazingly. Like
Right.
you'll have a different order, but you can I appreciate them all for Mario Party games, like the actual Mario Party games. Like it's a board, you're placing each other, mini games, whoever gets to start off first, etc. Mario Party 9 changed it completely, and I was like, this is. What the fuck am I playing? Like genuinely,
Yeah, and
I've still got a video on my channel of me doing that blind. Like it's me going,
Yeah.
what the fuck? What is this? Why am I going around in a car with what?
Here's what I always say about that game. is if it wasn't a Mario Party game, it would be more well received and it would have been better,
Yeah.
I think, because it was something different, because it is something different. You can't put the name Mario Party on that fucking game.
I know, just like
It's an insult to the series. It really is. Like, and trust me, I'm not alone on that opinion, because so many people just were caught off guard, because I know like a new company took it over or whatever, but just let
Don't
it die
miss.
then if you're not gonna
yeah.
keep the old style.
Yeah, why mess with a formula that's working or that has been successful and is a relatively a household name at this point because there's been 8 games of it.
Yeah, that's
It
the
should have
thing.
been-
It's when it's that far in the series and then it breaks, it's like that's just never gonna go over well.
I mean, they should just call it like Mario Carpool or something.
Yeah, like if it was a different game, like I mean, it's still fun for what it is, but it's just like
No.
not that great.
No, it's not. That's I have to go bad. No.
No, like if you seriously remove everything Mario Party, it's like playable. Like I'm not saying it's like a great time, but I mean it's like I don't know. For what it is, it's fine, but it's just not a Mario Party game, which is what it's not. So like since it literally is a Mario Party game, yeah, it sucks.
But that's definitely not a
But
game
also-
I ended up liking. Or loving.
But also looking at 9 and 10 from a different lens, if it was a different game, it still sucks though, because like there were like no fucking maps. It was such a short game, and you would have played like every minigame and everything like in like a couple sessions, and then you'd never want to play it again because there's nothing else to do. So yeah, it was a cash grab, clearly. Like it was not, it doesn't feel finished. I don't know.
No, yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Especially
Well, no, I
10.
definitely
10
know what you
did
mean.
not feel finished.
10 I haven't played because I didn't touch it after playing 9.
Yeah.
And that's
I will say
unfortunately
10 is
what-
better than 9 though. But
Is it
that's
worse
just
than
my
the other
opinion.
8?
It's way worse than the other 8.
I think that's unfortunately the comparison
Yeah.
that brings it down.
I don't know. It's kind of fun for a while. That's my opinion on it. Like I did enjoy playing it at times. Like it was fun with friends, but alone, no, never play those alone. If you're playing with friends, they're bearable just because like it's more about that experience, and that's how I had fun with those games. But again, like you got to look at it as not a Mario Party game to even remotely get anything out of it.
To like get a boner out of it.
It's still hard to get a boner out of it.
Yeah, I can't really play Mario
I don't
Party
know.
now.
It's just so heartbreaking because I love Mario Party so much.
I know.
And it's just like, how could you do this? How could you mess it up so bad? That's how a lot of people felt about Skyward Sword. But I liked Skyward Sword. Sorry,
didn't.
Aaron.
Right, so we're on to the last
Anyway.
question now.
Wow.
Your favorite game of all time.
All
So
right.
that's so when like, you said it right at the start of the video, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's one of the questions.
Yeah.
It's the last one.
Okay, so I'm going to make this a longer answer, though, because I already answered this earlier, too, anyway, and I already said this earlier, so I'll make it quicker. But Secret of Mana and Undertale are my top 2 favorite games of all time, and they traded places a couple of times. I tend to say Secret of Mana is my favorite game of all time because of the nostalgia and the amount of hours I put into it. I put a ton of hours into Undertale as well, but not nearly as much as Secret of Mana, and I'm still playing Secret of Mana to this day. I've gone back and played Undertale a bunch too, but I mean, like after you've done that and experienced that, you cherish that and you understand that. But it's like it doesn't have as much replayability, I think, as Secret of Mana does for me. So I'm gonna say Secret of Mana if I had to choose.
Yeah, I like Secret of Mana. There's one of the. It's definitely one of the better RPGs in my opinion.
And one of the things that I loved about it so much was the action RPG element done right. Because normal RPGs, since I grew up with Secret of Mana 2, like I played it when I was fairly young. So that was kind of my introduction to RPGs besides Zelda 2, because that was kind of an RPG, but not really. Um, and Feck Xanadu and those other games that I had on the NES that were very obscure were RPG games. So I guess those kind of introduced me to it as well. But Secret of Mana, with the action RPG element, like you're just roaming the world, slashing at things, was much better than turn-based combat in Final Fantasy, which does get very monotonous and obnoxious to a point sometimes, especially some of the earlier Final Fantasies when there's like so many encounters and stuff. I don't know, like I prefer action RPGs to turn-based RPG combat because it's just wasting a lot of time for no reason. And battles just take forever just because you're waiting for your turn, or like just to go into the cutscene battle, and
Yeah.
I don't know. That gets annoying to me sometimes. Pokemon does it too.
Yeah, and I think I totally get what you're saying, because that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of RPGs in general.
It's hard to get past with some games,
yeah.
for sure.
Like there was like a lot of RPGs, and like even there are certain ones, like even 1,000 Year Door at times can be quite. And I like 1,000 Year Door, but it can be
Ooh, I love
quite
that game.
time consuming as well in certain places. Like a lot of RPGs are in general.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of places I hate.
But-
In 1,000 Year Door, where I'm at right now, the Bogley Woods, I hate that place. I hate that part of the game. It's so annoying.
My favorite game of all time. Well, it's not really a mystery to a lot of people on this channel and people that know me. So, but I'll say it for those that don't. Yoshi's Island is my favorite game of all time. It's the thing about Yoshi's Island is it's. See, again, I was running out of superlatives to describe it because like I've got so many things I could say about it. It's just, for me, it's the perfect Mario platformer. When you compare it to everything else, and I did touch on it a little bit, especially in comparison to Mario World, because it is Mario World 2 Yoshi Island, basically. So I've made a comparison to Mario World as to why I prefer it over Mario World. But like, it's just the level design, I think is great. I enjoy it's got the nostalgic benefit, of course. That, I mean, Mario World and Mario 64 have that nostalgic benefit, but Yoshi's Island always has that for me because I always remember playing it as a kid or watching my dad complete it as a kid. I had really liked the 100-point system. I enjoyed the fact that there were checklists and unlockables as well. It was it basically, again, took what Mario World did with the secret exits and Star Road and all that, and made a new spin on it. That the fact you could actually collect things within levels to unlock an extra level and a bonus stage. And that also links to why I like collectathons as well. So Yoshi Island probably has something to do with that. I just think it's the most enjoyable platformer to me. It's one of those where I enjoy completing it. I enjoy playing it. I don't fall out of love with it. Even when Paper Mario cries like an arsehole, it's still a great game. The music.
Yeah,
and
hey, if you're good at Yoshi's Island, that won't happen. So
I still get hit.
I know, I do too.
But
I suck at that game. Actually, I'm not very good at it.
But I don't know. It's just the perfect Mario platformer to me. Like, it's in my eyes, and I just have so much love for it. And and the thing is, I think with a lot of games, it's the fact that you can play it relatively over and over again. So I can play it. I'll complete, like, there's a few times where I've literally played it all the way through and completed it in one night, or like in one day, and then I'm like, okay. Then a few months later, I'll play it again and I'll complete it, and that's for me is a sign of a good game. DK64 is pretty similar to that as well, and DK64 is longer than Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess when it comes to collectibles, I really enjoy that, and Yoshi Island is probably the first game I encountered collectibles like in a big way, because Mario World had the dragon coins, but they weren't necessary, whilst Yoshi's Island kept a checklist. And like,
yeah, I do like stuff like that too, collectibles and just like achievements of some sort, you know.
And I think it was all of like Yoshi Island. So I think the gameplay aspect of Yoshi Island, as well as Mario World, and Mario 3 and all that
yeah,
allowed
so
me
good.
to like Mario 64, whereas the collectibles in Yoshi Island allowed me to really enjoy Banjo-Kazooie and DK64 for what they were.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Yoshi's Island. I'm pretty nostalgic for Yoshi's Island too, because that was one of the first games I ever rented from Blockbuster.
God, Blockbuster. Oh,
Because I
let's have a
remember,
podcast on Blockbuster.
I know, I remember I was like, I think I was 3 or 4 years old, and we went to Blockbuster, and we got
AIDS.
Kirby's Avalanche and Yoshi's Island.
Both good games.
So I played those both a shit ton.
Oh, and Kirby's Avalanche actually probably links in with when we talked about the puzzle genre. Obviously after Tetris, but Kirby's Avalanche is kind of a
yeah. It's I think Puyo Puyo came before
Puyo,
it because
yeah.
that's what it was just
That
like a
is what it
reskin.
is, yeah.
Of that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Puyo
like,
would have come out
that
first.
it's genre of game because, for example,
Yeah,
like Pokemon Puzzle
yeah,
League
just the
is a reskin of Tetris Attack, for example.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, there were a lot of groundbreaking puzzle games. Even Dr. Mario, like no one's ever done that
Yes.
style ever. Like Dr. Mario is like the only one. And that's a good puzzle game too. But yeah, I think that was a good list though, for sure. A lot of good questions on there. A lot of bad questions though.
Yeah, there were some
not,
bad
not a lot, a
questions.
few bad questions. But
Yeah, no,
yeah.
it's definitely enjoyable. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I know it's a long, but that's what podcasts are. You know, they're
Yeah,
just literally meant to
that's the
listen
point.
to us talk. So yeah, if anyone has any feedback, then it's always.
That
God
exactly.
damn it! Anyone has any feedback, it's always welcome. Good or bad. If you want to offer your opinion on anything we've said, or if you want to offer your opinion on or answer the questions, I'm probably not going to bother
for
doing
it.
any editing because like the last one I did took about 9-10 hours or so. I'll probably just keep
Yeah,
the
holy
question.
shit.
I'll just put the questions up on the front of just on the screen the whole time, and I'll add the clips in if we needed to. If anyone has any ideas for any podcast you want us to do, that we'll look into it. If there's anything that we're at least well informed about, we can do. Or if you guys have any videos, like because we did the top 125 Nintendo's list, and I saw
Yeah.
this. So if anyone has any ideas, then just feel free to drop a comment or anything like that. But yeah, next time Josh and I feel like we got something random to chat about, we'll record it, and that's the next time we record. Because like again, our schedules and because our schedules conflict a bit, and of course the fact that we're both busy means that we can't do this regularly. But whenever we
Yeah,
have a chance, or whenever we have the desire, we'll get something recorded.
definitely.
But thank you all for listening, and yeah, if
Yeah, this is fun.
any comments, again, just feel free to drop them and we'll read them and stuff.
Yeah. The YouTubes, you know how to YouTubes.
The YouTubes. We'll just go on both.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it on my channel. You can mirror it if you want, because I know you did the
Yeah,
last one.
that's probably what I'll do.
Yeah.
Mhm, that's probably what I'll do.
Right. So we'll see you guys next time.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Oh God, best thing ever.
It really is.